I'd like to talk about interpreting the pick rates in the Overwatch League, and I'm going to because it is my video that I'm making, and you can't stop me. Anyways, very recently, Jeff has spoken in a video about nerfing some heroes, and he's spoken in the video about buffing some heroes, and later on the forum, he posted one sentence about buffing or looking at some buffs for a couple other heroes, and I think that's great, and I think he's right on the mark about all of them. I think maybe there's a few others that need some small touching up, but, you know, you can't get to everyone, and he mentioned my hero, so... No, I'm just kidding. I feel for you. But I wanted to talk about, you know, what exactly you should be gleaning from the pick rates in the Overwatch League. And here's what. Very little. You should be looking maybe at the very top 5 and maybe the bottom 10 picks. But, you know, just as in general. But I think there's some other things at play on whether or not these characters are getting picked at all. You know, I don't think you should be looking at a 0% pick rate and be like, oh, this character's bad, because that's just patently untrue. You know, despite what, you know, everyone that's yelling at you online is telling you. If you look at the matchups of teams in the Overwatch League, a lot of them just, like, aren't very good. A lot of them are undisciplined. One in particular is, you know, kind of made up of people that are basically just streamers first and foremost, or YouTube personalities, and don't really have the discipline to play as a team, you know, especially not as a paid team. And so you look at this versus teams like, you know, New York Excelsior and Seoul Dynasty, who are just way better, just across the board. And, you know, I think that the lack of, you know, picking utility heroes, or the very, very specific areas in which you kind of use one specific utility hero to cheese the game, is not because they're not useful, or not because, you know, they are just worse in every situation than, you know, these other characters, but I think it's because why would you take that kind of risk when you're just better than the other team? Why would you try to do, you know, like trickery or subterfuge when you could just be mechanically way better than the other team and just do the same thing they're doing but better? And so I think that the lower teams, they don't have the discipline to care about anything but, you know, mechanical skill, and the higher up teams that, you know, would do things like different kind of strategies and teamwork, they don't need to. It's a risk, and they don't need to. You know, they don't need to pay the extra players that, you know, for these off picks. There would be, you know, high skilled trained players at characters like Mei and Sombra, and, you know, they don't need to play them, they don't need to pay for them. You know, why do it? But I think that if you have a favorite character that's one of these ones that's not getting picked very much, I think that you should keep playing them, because I think that if the game kind of ends up funneling everyone towards, you know, the top 5 characters, then everyone's going to get bored of the game. I think that everyone's going to get bored of watching the game. I think that even if the meta changes, it will end up being something that people get mad about, because they've all been practicing Tracer and Genji and Winston, and when suddenly the game changes, they're going to get upset that they have to play characters that they aren't trained to play because they didn't bother to, because previously they had, you know, were told by others and saw in, you know, gleaned from the stats that they shouldn't, you know, that they shouldn't be playing different characters. But do it for the health of the game, and because it's fun, and maybe you learn more than one character, but, you know, that's for a different video or someone else's video. Thanks. It's good. Signing off. My video's good. Okay, bye. I love you.